Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. I did a little read for today, January 7th, 2021. And actually, it looks pretty promising. I mean, we've all had our challenges, that's for sure. This is for the collective, so I'm not the only one. I'm just kidding. Anyway, the first card that we pulled was the Eight of Swords. And this kind of lets us know to, kind of step up a little bit, move beyond our perceived limitations, I guess, as you would say. Kind of take action. You may seem weak, but, this is your greatest gift. It's your greatest asset, so try to use it to your advantage and get some stuff done that you've been wanting to do. It's kind of what I'm seeing out of that. The second card that I pulled was the Ten of Swords. And to me, it's like there's no life left behind. A 10 is an ending. It's kind of like empty matter. No life left behind. Yeah. It's about knowing that all will be told. A new history. A new book's going to be written. This is a new time. This is how stories are created, through pain, through living, through life experiences. What's left behind are lessons and learning what's better for us and how to move on in our future. Think of it as a celebration instead of a painful ending. Think of it as learning and knowing that, in the end, that endings are always beginnings. And with that, that's giving us some hope, I believe. The third card that I did pull was the Seven of Cups, which, boy, I don't know, this is really touching home with me, but it's kind of showing distraction. Distraction is a part of, everyday life, but we can't just sit around and allow it to create our life and be emptiness, It's useless. If all we have is empty vessels, filled with lack and bits and pieces, you can't get much done that way. So leave those beautiful things that you might see in your way behind for now, and kind of just go where you really feel real, you wish to experience. Maybe places you want to go, people you want to see, but don't let things distract you to where you don't fulfill your dreams. It's very important for all of us. Okay, so now we are on number 4, which was the Hierophant. Now this card came out in reverse, and it just may be time for a new chapter in your old book. Kind of just consider all the challenges and consequences before you allow yourself to write anything down. Try not to hurt people, be kind. But yeah, it's time for a new chapter for sure. So moving on from that, number 5 card was the Star. We all know about the beautiful star. That big dream, the big wish, our goal. It scares all of us at times. I don't think there's not one person out there that it doesn't. But don't waste time thinking, just go for it. go for it. Your heart, it it sets the course for your um, adventures, for what you really long for what your heart wants. Special wishes. They're in your heart. You don't even have to speak them. They're just there. It's quite beautiful. Yeah, it's wonderful. Um, it usually is almost like a gift from God, a gift from the universe. So be appreciative and happy. Yeah, shine like the star you are. So the number 6 card that I pulled was the Nine of Wands. And, it might look like things are nice, but things can change really quick. And we all know that as well. But try and learn to harvest creative energy from this. Creation is how we all align ourselves in our vibration. It's what makes us happy. Whatever makes our hearts happy, you know, that's what we want to do. And we want to make others happy because when we make others happy, it makes us happy. When we make others sad, it makes us sad. It makes us feel bad. But, yeah, so go into whatever you really love to do more of it. We're here to live, not just here to sit and survive. So good luck to you, and um, that's kind of how I'm saying it for all of us. That's meant for the whole collective. So now the number 7 card, that was the Death card, and death never leaves anything great, you know, but sometimes death can be a good thing, and sometimes we can get rid of the things that we know need to die off so that we can have a new beginning. Um, it's not always as bad as we think. It can be, but it's not always. And leaving behind those things that you fear, it allows to restore, faith within yourself. And that in itself is a wonderful gift. And if you need help, just ask for it. I know there's people around that would love to help you, so don't worry about that. Number 7 was challenging when that came out, but I get it. It goes really well, and I really like this read so far. On the bottom of the deck, we had the Wheel of Fortune, which we all know about that, huh? Let's just go. It's turning, it's turning the right way. Let's go for it and not look back. Let's move on. Learn our lessons and move on. We all have we all have that. My biggest thing is fear, and I am slowly but surely overcoming it, which I never thought in my life I would. I had pretty much imprisoned myself the last decade um, because of misfortunes and not believing anymore in humanity, which was not a good thing. I always believed in my God and prayed, but I know there's so much more, so much more. And the divine lets us know that every day. The universe is always working for us, and we're the ones that stand in the way. We're the ones that make it hard. We're the ones that say no. We're the ones that get afraid. So try not to be. I know how you feel if you are, and you'll get through it. We'll all get through it together. We'll just work together. You guys are really beautiful people. I've watched a lot of readings and I love you all. Anyways, on that note, I did pull some oracles on a couple cards because I just wanted a little more assurance on them. So, the Eight of Swords in the beginning, I know that it was a card to be moved beyond perceived limitations, you know, and try not to be so weak. But the oracle I pulled for it was the number 10 card, the Soul Star Chakra. And it's a really nice card. It's merging with the divine, which seems to go pretty well with that card, to be honest with you. But these are my new oracles, and I'm going to actually read the Soul Star Chakra card because it's so pretty. So, the image captures the merging of time beyond space and kaleidoscope wisdom that penetrates our being. We have lived in many worlds, all interconnected. They uphold the lessons they carry as messages of transformation. Wow, that's nice. Their synergy creates the expansion of the universe. So gaze into the place where the light between our stardust can become anything, and collective evolution is a part of a grander story. When we simply let go, we become all that we have been seeking and a glimpse of the greater dream. So restore. Remember you are an infinite being with the ability to expand your awareness beyond space and time. Consider the paradigms outside the physical reality may be unfathomable until we raise our vibration and can think outside the mind. Meditate on the idea that everything that ever was and ever will be is happening. Stimulate. You got me. Anyways, it's happening right now across multiple dimensions. Themes, karma, or what can be implemented or cleaned for your optimal progress towards ascension. Healing position. That's me. 15 centimeters above the head for card healing. Anywhere just above the head's fine. That's interesting. The color wash is a kaleidoscope rainbow. How beautiful. I always loved kaleidoscopes. They're just, I don't know, ever changing. That's what they are. That's amazing. So yeah, that kind of went with the Seven of Swords, telling you to get out there and, the universe is working with us. And we can align, we can raise our vibrations. It's what we do. It's what we're supposed to do anyway. Some of us take a while, but, as long as we get there. So for the other one that I pulled an oracle for, it was the vulnerability. I can't talk. I don't know what the deal is today, but actually I wasn't feeling too well. That's what the deal is. So on from that, I'm doing better, and this card number is 56, and it is real strength. It's holding space, healing past wounds, accepting yourself as you are, sharing from the depths of your heart, raw truths, compassion for others, removing your armor. Our vulnerability can be one of the greatest gifts that we can share. It can also be one of the hardest. In our society, we are conditioned to put on a facade, to say, to be strong even in times of difficulty. I do that all the time. I don't want anybody to know, and I don't know why. I just figure I can do it, You guys probably do the same. Being vulnerable is one of the strongest things that we can be. It is easy to armor ourselves from the harsh truths that may be too painful to bring to the light of day. However, the causes greater suffering as buried pain becomes shadows. Its unprocessed, negative experience can incarnate, excuse me, as much more troublesome traits or insecurities that origin from their origin. Um, when we are truly honest with ourselves in all our facets, we are vulnerable. That honesty is an important step in discovering our shadows and bringing them into the light for healing furthermore. When we share our vulnerability with others, we allow them to glimpse a deeper part of ourselves. This is fertile soil for trust. Trust is important, I think, for everyone. It plants the seeds for others to share the places that are most raw or tender for them. Our closest friendships can be formed in this place. The ones when we feel too uncomfortable to reach out to others can be the very ones we need the most. Having compassion and awareness of the struggle and knowing others may be going through it too is a valuable contribution to the world. Holding space where others can be vulnerable is a key element of healing work. Well, that's nice to know. Self-love is also connected to our ability to be vulnerable, as it allows us to be true to ourselves, exactly as we are without judgment. That's a good card. I definitely relate with that. I judge myself way too hard, and I've let other people do that to me as well. And I've kind of found out I'm not so bad. You know, it's kind of crazy how we do that, but we do. So, on the Hierophant, I pulled one as well. And the one that came out was 55, The Unique Gifts, which I thought was really cool because we all have special gifts. Oh gosh, and it reminds me of this story. One time I was laid up and I was in bed for, a long time, a couple months. And I would have some people from my church come and visit me. And the bishop of my church would bring me in CDs, and he would let me play them as I laid there because there was really not much more I could do. And there was a story, and the story kind of went, God came and he gave 3 different people different gifts, and they all acted a little bit different. Excuse me. And to the first one, he gave these 3 special gifts, love, creativeness, maybe music, whatever it may be. And they were ecstatic, so happy. I mean, just beyond blessed. And they told God, oh, thank you. I will cherish this forever. And he gave the next person these same gifts. And the person said, oh, thank you so much. Oh, I just love this. I'm going to go put them in a safe place where no one can ever find them. And went off. And then he gave the other person, the third person, these gifts. And this person told God that I'm going to take these gifts and I'm going to show everybody And I'm going to do the best I can. And I'm going to make everybody know that they can do it too. And gosh, kind of makes it's a good story. Anyway, God was so pleased with that third person because he wanted to share these gifts, which expanded these gifts. Where the other ones just wanted to, one wanted to just hoard them, and the other one wanted to put them in a safe place where no one would ever take them. But they didn't build on them as the third person did, which was such a blessing in disguise. So it just goes to show that we're all so different, and learning these lessons are pretty powerful. But yeah, gifts, wonderful gifts. Anyways, getting back to what we were doing. Okay. When there is enjoyment in what you do, you can give more to it, way beyond your usual. It lights you up, and when you're lit up, it shows to everybody. When you think or talk about it, it just makes you happy. And people see that, they see that. And you're so fulfilled through doing your whatever makes you happy that you don't doubt it. You might feel undergrounded or low in energy at times, but you create something magical and beautiful that you can share with everyone. And it's your own unique gift. You know, you may have the gift of travel, you may have the gift of talk, you may have the gift of art, you may have the gift of music, you may possess all of them. You may have spiritual gifts that you're unaware of. You have so many gifts. We all do. It's just finding them and using them. Let's not hide them away in a box, as I've done for many years. It just wasn't, I was stagnant, I guess you could say. Anyways, use your gifts. And enjoy them. Whatever makes you happy. That's what really, really counts. Now, on the last oracle I pulled, I pulled it on the death card, knowing that, death isn't always that bad. Sometimes it's actually kind of good, but never leaves you with a lot of happiness, usually. But it can. We can turn that around, remember? So the oracle that I pulled to go with that for more clarification was number 21, the communication co-creation, which is a great card, and it goes very, very well. So this is more of a nonverbal communication, love language, telepathy, unique ways of communication, light language, multi-dimension information, community, coexistence, relationships, meeting our higher selves, really seeing someone deeper, listening. We normally think of information as something that can be written or spoken, but if something is multidimensional, it is almost impossible to share it with words. I feel I have quite a lot of this information in my field now, and yet my intelligence cannot fathom it. I'm reading from the book, just not very well. So excuse me, please. A metaphor or song may hint at its vastness, but it is more like a reminder or catalyst that we're encouraging something to stir inside the listener. Wow, so true. I wish I would have read this before. Art is one way I have taught to share this information. Whatever language you speak, the emotion and message of art and music can be understood in my healing work, where I feel the energy that comes through hands. There is a sense that my soul and that of my clients are in deep conversation. I'm reading this from a book, so it's not me. This is from the book. I often feel that I am much more competitive at, or competent at conversation in these realms. My synthesis, this is ridiculous. Anyway, allows me my options, my mind, my choices, allows me to navigate this information in real time rather than having to slow down and translate it into words that feel constricting and dull compared to the vast yet simple nature of what I'm looking to express. So, there a painter says, this is why I paint. A lot of work. I do it in the unseen realm, but I understand part of my role is to bring these realities and inspire a wider understanding of what is possible. Wow. Okay. And then it says, thus you may notice unusual looking codes. Oh, in many, I do. In many of her paintings, I notice codes around. I don't have codes in my paintings, but I don't have very many. I've given most of mine away. But, Okay, so it says, I have experienced many visual downloads of luminescent coding that can be simple figures or complex and large enough to step into, an activation or healing transmission. Wow, that's pretty cool. Anyways, you get the gist of that. It's pretty awesome. So as we evolve our conscious awareness, we start to pick up on information such as what those around us are about to say or do, or which the universe is trying to tell us. The universe has been trying to tell me something for a long time, but boy, I have been in my ego too long. I am really trying to shed that. I thought you could just say, okay, you're gone, it's over. But, wow, was I wrong? Anyways, those are beautiful cards, I think. It's kind of letting us know, we've been through the dumpster, stabbed in the back. We've got a lot we've got to do that we haven't done. We've thought long enough about it. It's time to get to work. Be the star you are. And I don't know, bottom of the deck, that wheel's always turning. So it's never too late for anything. The blessing card that I pulled for it is called A Blessing of Dreams. Very pretty. And I will read from the book on that one as well. So, A Blessing of Dreams, card 19. I should have got my glasses. Under the cloak of the seas of night, let yourself fly. Oh gosh, that's so fun too. And travel Be free and discover. May the fairy gift of the night that is wonderful be yours, and yet may deep and true rest be yours too. May all your dreams be teachers, kind to your mind, yet challenging and wild. Let yourself know that the night and the darkness are nothing to be feared, but are only other universes where we humans travel in different forms. Let the dream of the fairy come to you and visit them in castles. See, okay, here I go in my fantasy land. Sorry. In castles, old crystal caves, deep beneath hollow hills, in the flower beds of fairy gardens, let the travels of the night be yours. May every time of darkness hold for you stars beyond measure, and may those stars be what attracts your eyes and your heart. And know that within you, too, are the night and the day, and when we bring them together, the magic can take place. So, let the night visions, nocturnal adventures, I almost said behaviors, and greater understandings of the darkness, both without and within yourself. You shall now see what shines within time of darkness, and be aware of the blessings of the gift of creating cosmic conscious and perceiving galactic energies. You are a child of wonder and of the night, and from this time forth, let your night and your dreams be true friends to you, gifted by the fairy, blessed by the elements who know the ways of the in-between worlds. Fancy fairy blessings, of the night and all your dreams to you, friend. To know the ways of the in-between worlds. Many do. I'm going to too. That's that. Anyways, I think that I have been on here long enough. And I appreciate you guys even looking at this channel at all. I haven't advertised or told anyone as of yet. Well, my granddaughter. She's my biggest supporter. But bless you all. I hope this year brings you all much happiness. You're all gifts from the universe, and we all can work together and bring in this new world. We can do it. I have faith. That I do. Thank you, and sweet dreams. I hope they're great tonight, huh? See you tomorrow. Bye.